Are you considering listing or purchasing a home this spring? It's a big deal. There's a lot you need to know before you first meet with an agent. So here to tell us all the real estate strategy and the secrets is real estate expert Rizwan Malik joining us. When I told the audience we're going to be talking about all the secrets behind real estate, they were very invested, and it's because real estate is blood sport in this country. Like,
Absolutely.
we need the inside track.
Yeah.
Spring. The spring market is here. I hear that this is a big deal. This is significant for people. Why is this time of year such a big deal?
Well, Tracy, spring kind of signifies new beginnings. Yeah. So you have like a lot of families moving around spring.
Okay.
So there's tons of supply out there. And what ends up happening is like it does not disrupt the school year for their children.
Okay.
So it allows them to finish the school year wherever they're at and then also start their new year like in September at a new school. So you're not getting your kids to make new friends in the middle of October or in the middle of February.
So if they have like an April listing and they might have like a 60 or 90-day closing, that's going to make sure they're moving and they're settled by the new school year.
In line with the summer, and then by the time September rolls around, everyone's kind of settled.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. Now, if you could tell your clients one thing before they pick up that phone and contact you or text you, I don't know, how do people do it now? What would it be?
You know, like understand that, you know, you have to have realistic expectations and work with your realtor. Understand and really believe in the process because you have a, you know, you have a unified goal. You both want to sell this home quickly and for the most amount of money as possible. So trust in the process.
So, like, I like that you said that. You have a vested interest in getting them as much money as possible.
Absolutely. I want to sell their home as quickly as possible, get them over asking, and then also get their neighbors to list with me. So it's kind of like my job interview just continues. I'm not just selling this home and I'm done with my career. I continue moving on, right?
Yes.
So it's good. Like, you have a common goal.
Yes, so trust your realtor. Is there a day of the week that is more favorable for listing a property?
Absolutely. So you kind of want to be out at the start of the week, not on a Monday, because kind of new listings get lost in the shuffle.
Okay.
You want to be out maybe on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, because, you know, it's the start of the week, and that way it allows realtors and the clients to schedule all the appointments for the upcoming weekend. Now, if you come out on a Thursday or a Friday, the schedule is set. The realtor may have other back-to-back appointments after you. You may have a children's birthday party. You may have other prior engagements, and you can't squeeze in that home as much as you want to see it. It comes out on Friday. You can't squeeze it in without taking something else off. So it's just not advantageous for a seller to do that.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, what is the strategy behind the actual listing? What are you taking into account?
So when it comes to, like, let's say you pick up the phone and you say, hey, Rizwan, come and list my home. I need enough of a lead time to be able to get my team in order. You know, from the photographer, if we're doing a pre-listing home inspection, my favorite inspector, the floor plan guy, you know, getting pictures touched up. I love listing all of my upcoming, I love advertising my new listings in the Globe and Mail. There are lead times for everything, right? So give me ample time so I can present your property as best as I can.
Right, and if it has to be last minute, it has to be last minute, but better to have more time.
Yeah, well, we'll do it. It'll still look great, but I won't have my favorite photographer shooting your home.
Right, and you know what you're going to get from that photographer, so that's why you want that person.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the money. Pricing is so controversial, and I can imagine this can be so challenging when this is your house. It's the most amount of money you have ever spent. It's your cash cow, and you have access to all this information. How do you figure out pricing?
So again, you know, back in the day when I first started, I'd walk into a listing presentation and I would inform them, these are the stats, these are the comps. Now when I walk into a listing presentation, the client tells me, well, I know what this house sold for, I know what that house sold for. I walked through this open house, I saw this home, and, you know, I have an extra shelf under the staircase, so therefore my home is worth more. It's not always the case. We take into consideration the property type, the lot size, the number of bedrooms. Is there a basement? Is it finished? Is it a walkout? Is there parking? There are, you know, macro things that we focus on. And then, of course, a renovation definitely has a value associated with it. The scale of the renovation. The other thing you also want to kind of really figure out is once you are pricing your home, there are different thresholds on Realtor.ca, for example. So the increments that they go up in. don't shave off a significant amount of the market because you want your home to be priced at $955,000, where $949 is the better marketable amount.
Okay, so there might be, I didn't realize this, they might, they might have categories. So you want to be under that 950 to fit in that category.
Yes, because at 955, you're cutting off a significant amount.
Right.
At 949, you might get extra eyes on your home and get extra offers and get 960 for it.
Yes.
There's a strategy. Trust in your advisor.
Right. Rizwan knows what's happening. And
most of the time.
Most realtors will, like, so trust.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the strategy behind when you receive offers and how you take them in?
So if you have an offer night, which mostly that's the case, I suggest taking them on Monday, because by Tuesday or Wednesday, as I mentioned earlier, when new listings come out, interest gets divided. So you want to strike while the iron's hot. More days on the market doesn't necessarily mean more offers. 5 days, 6 days, more than enough. Take your offers on Monday. Don't let them be distracted by something shiny that comes out on a Tuesday or Wednesday.
Right. There's that new house I want to maybe bid on. Right. How do you feel about the number of days a home actually stays on the market? Is it a big deal?
I mean, it's relative. In our current market, or the last few months, 30 days, not a big deal. But what we were used to a year ago, 2 years ago, if you're out more than 10 days, terrible. What's wrong with the house, right? So it's all relative as to what the market conditions are.
And the market, if it's slowed down, it's okay. If it takes a month for...
It's a natural process.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, I want to know what is something that a client can do that makes your job easier and more efficient?
Have expectations, but realistic expectations.
Okay.
We're realtors.
Yeah.
We're not magicians. we can't just pull money out of that hat for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, just be realistic.
Be realistic. So, and also, I guess, put a little bit of trust in your know-how and your knowledge and your experience.
Absolutely.
You're selling a lot of properties all over the place. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. that was a pause.
Absolutely. I think he is. Thank you so much, Rizwan.
I wouldn't be here if I wasn't.
That's right.